everybody. This is Jam and Bread, episode 3. My name is Vessy and Mink. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We are so excited to be here with you today. I would like to thank everybody for your viewership. I would like to thank all the sponsors. And I would just like to imagine a world where we're unified as we are here with Jam and Bread. And a big shout out to Mr. BK Han, co-founder of the Music Train. And all you Metaverse Generation people out there, you know who you are. If you'd like to be on the show, please don't hesitate. Contact me on X and everywhere else at Vessy Mink. Without further ado, I'd like to bring on the host of our show today, Raccoon from X.
Woo, woo, woo! Hi, guys.
So good to see you.
Hi, beautiful. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited. We've got some amazing people coming through our open door policy.
Oh my gosh, I think guest number 1 is here. Jacob Hades is in the house.
Hello. Thank you.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey, Vessy, thank you for the introduction. Appreciate you guys. I'm happy to be here. It's nice to see you, Rachel and Vessy. My name's Jacob, so I'm just happy to be here, and I appreciate you guys having me on your show for sure.
Super happy you're here. Would love a short introduction. I'm going to pop off the stage and hand it over to Rachel because she wants to be alone with you.
Ooh, okay.
You have to make
Hi,
things so awkward, don't you, Vessy?
Hi, Jacob.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's okay. First of all, thank you so much for being here. Would you give us a little introduction, a little summary about yourself, how you got started with music?
Yeah, so basically, ever since I was a kid, I was always making music. I was in music classes, in elementary school, middle school. I joined the band and played trumpet in high school and middle school, and then I started writing songs a little bit later. And I recorded a bunch of albums in my 20s, and I perform, places every once in a while, open mic nights and stuff like that. And kind of got into NFTs and just met a bunch of really cool people on NFTs and Twitter Spaces and stuff like that. So, and now I'm here and chilling with you guys.
That is amazing. We are so happy to have you here. Would you mind playing a little song for us?
I don't even know you like I want to. Tell me all the secrets that you want to. I've been feeling lonely, come and save me. I've been making trouble, outrate me. Love is just a number on a call sheet. Love is always greater in the fall. Love makes people do crazy things. Love is what binds us all. If I got a piece of you, then I would key and lock it. But a piece of you and everything I do and at it. Then I'll steal a pocket for you just to rip it off it. Make a little bit of love so I can wear you on it. I don't even know about their problems. I don't even know what things could solve. People tell me go this way and that way. Tell them got a package for the heyday. Love is just a number on a call sheet. Love is always greater in the fall. Love makes people do crazy things. Love is what binds us all. If I got a piece of you, then I would key and lock it. But a piece of you and everything I do and at it. Then I'll steal a pocket for you just to rip it off it. Make a little bit of love so I can wear you on it. If I got a piece of you, then I would key and lock it. But a piece of you and everything I do and at it. so I can wear you on it. If I got a piece of you, then I would key and lock it. But a piece of you and everything I do and at it. Then I steal a pocket for you just to rip it off it. Make a little bit of so I can wear you on it.
So I have one more question for you, Jacob. We came up with this name, Jam and Bread. So jam obviously can mean two things. It can mean music, but it also can mean the jam that you put on your bread. So what is your favorite flavor of jam?
That's a good question. I don't normally eat like peanut butter and jelly or jam or anything, but I actually did buy it like last week. I just bought some like jam, and my favorite kind is basically just the plain strawberry jam. So not the jelly and not the preserves. I like just like the straight jam, like strawberry flavor. So that's my favorite.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's my favorite as well. Seedless strawberry. I don't want any seeds in it.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's cool to have another strawberry lover over here. I'm gonna ask you one more question. Okay. So, we've got all this chaos going on in the world, let's say. And what do you see happening with music? Do you feel like music would be like a healing or a stepping stone to peace worldwide?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I think there's all kinds of music out there, and I think, the more that people can write songs about, positivity and peace and things like that, love songs, about relationships. I think that that's only, a good thing for other people, and it can help people like heal and help people get through the tough times in life. So yeah, I mean, I think for overall for music, that's what it's all about. And I hope that it continues like that, and more light is shed on like the good stuff and the positive stuff in music, for sure. So
Music
yeah,
heals the world, right? I think definitely we can save the world via music.
yeah, there's so much that can be helped with people just coming together and listening to music and enjoying it and even making it. I
Speaking
know
of
for me
which,
that's the thing.
Jacob, that song was beautiful. The one that we just played. Where can people find your music? Where can we find you?
Right now, the most of my music is listed on my X profile, Matt Jacob Parker on X, and also on Object. I mint a lot of my music on Object, so my recent releases I'll put up there. So
I have another question. Have you ever thought about releasing your own jam company? Because jam and bread is like a whole culture. We're planning to release jellies and I'm grokking right now a neon image of Jacob's straight strawberry jam, and I'm getting some amazing visuals. Jacob's straight strawberry jam.
that would be pretty neat. You're always giving me points on other venues and avenues to go down in life. I know you mentioned in one of our previous interviews about starting like a fashion line or something, which
Yes, that would be
would be
incredible.
awesome. But as
And you
far
used
as
to be
jam, that would be cool too.
and you used to be a model. Rachel, did you know that he was a model?
I did not. I did not know he was a model.
Jacob?
Yeah, I do a little bit of modeling. Yeah, I do kind of get into that stuff. I do a lot of stuff on like Instagram and things like that. My face and body and pictures of me are all out there on the internet. somewhere.
we're gonna start unpacking all that. Rachel, wouldn't you love to hear a live song? I don't know if Jacob's ready to do one. I want to spotlight him. I want him to turn his camera on. What do you think? Do we get? Might we?
I
Get,
love that idea. Love it.
there he is.
I'm
What's
here.
going on? What are you gonna play for us?
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot. I have a song. It's called "Cold-Blooded Killer." I was singing on the street that day when a man walked up, led me astray. Said, "What you doing, boy, doing today?" And said, "Nothing, old man, trying to make some pay." And that's when I started to see it was a full-blown, cold-blooded killing machine. 'Cause when I looked in his eyes, I saw his disguise. And then he pulled out a gun and aimed it right in my eyes. He said, "Tell me what you know, tell me what you know, 'cause I'm a cold-blooded killer, I'm ready to go. Tell me what you know, tell me what you know, 'cause I'm a cold-blooded killer and I'm ready to go. So take my hand, don't be afraid, I'll show you the light, I'll show you the way. Tell me what you know, tell me what you know, 'cause I'm a cold-blooded killer, I'm ready to go."
That was amazing. You just heard Jacob Hades on Jam and Bread. That was beautiful, Cold-Blooded Killer. Sweet. Jacob, thank you so much. Rachel, do you have any final questions or flowers to give to our amazing guest?
Jacob, thank you again for being here. We were so excited to hear your music and share your story with us. Well, I'm letting the cat out of the bag now. We hope that you can come back. We have all the guests that are coming on every episode will be here for the season finale. You know, we would love to see you again. So everyone watching out there in the audience, you'll be able to see Jacob again in our season finale.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Jacob. We'll see you for the finale.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And stick around and catch the rest of the show. Oh my goodness. Rachel, I think we have a winning show here. It just seems to be that we're meant to be here with all these beautiful people that pull on our heartstrings with their songs week in and week out and decide that they want to like produce our songs and help us finish writing songs. All these things have been done live on X. Without further ado, I think someone else has joined us suddenly out of the blue here. Look who it is.
Who is it? Who is it? PAPI Abraham! Woo, woo, woo!
In the house.
Lovely ladies. Hello, Vessy. Hello, Rachel. How are you?
Hi, we are good. We're so happy to have you here.
Great to have you here.
I am so ecstatic to be here. Thanks for the invite. I'm so honored.
The first time I heard you was in X Spaces for X Got Talent, and I was blown away by you. You're like a reggae star. I mean,
oh my God.
I love what you do, and I just want to consume you right now, but I'm not the host. So without further ado, Rachel and PAPI, the stage is yours. If you need me, I'm going to jump up like a little fairy. Just say my name and I'll pop up. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you for that warm welcome, Vessy.
Abraham. So to me, oh my goodness, you're one of my favorites because I love reggae. Everyone who knows me knows that reggae is my favorite of all time. So I was so excited when I heard you in a music space that I was hosting one day, and I was like, who is this guy? I was so happy. So I would love for you to introduce yourself to our audience, explain to them how you got started with this whole music world, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Awesome. Thank you. And thank you. I'm so glad that day when I ran across your wonderful space that you were hosting and heard your voice. And I'm like, uh-oh, I have to stop in here. So kudos to you. And ever since that day, you know, we've been kind of hit together, and Web3 just brought us together that way. I love it. But a little bit about me. I was born in Guyana, South America. I didn't know my dad, but turned out, I found out around 16 years old that he was actually a bass player in one of the top bands in Guyana. But since I was like 8 years old, I was making my own instruments and just playing around with music. By the time I got to 10, 11, I had a whole band made out of wood and metals and all kinds of stuff. I made the bass kick and everything. So I've just been fascinated by it. I was inspired by Bob Marley and Yellowman, and then later on, people like Buju Banton and Shabarangs and Lady Saul and all of them. It's just the love of the music. I've always been kind of a performer at heart, to myself, just dancing around and singing around. And that's where I got started.
Oh my gosh, Abraham, I know that our audience is going to love you as much as I do. I would love for you to play either a cover or one of your originals for us. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm working right now on a few pieces, and I would love to do something to show you guys what I'm currently working on. Okay, this one here, I wrote it a little while back. I haven't really put anything out yet of this new set, but I used to do some reggae gospel in Chicago, and that's been out. But this one right here on X, it's been a favorite. It's a controversial song, mostly provocative, but it's about money. You got to have it to meet all the needs. Yet, if you get too greedy with it, then, bad things happen. Here we go. Money, 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 money. Enough of them I worship the money, but them not got no time for the Almighty. I want to say, hey, money, 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 yeah, money, money. Enough of them I worship the money, but them not got no time for the Almighty. The love of money is the root of all evil. Corrupt a lot of people. Oh, 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 yeah. The love of money is the root of all evil. Corrupt a lot of people. Oh, 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 yeah. But the money can't buy his love. I said the money can't buy his love. No, the money can't buy his love. The money can't buy his love. Peace and joy, happiness. The money can't buy his friends. It's the truth, I said the money can't buy his love. No money can't buy his love. I said the money can't buy his love. The money can't buy his love. Peace and joy, happiness. No, the money can't buy his friends. But won't it be funny to see this world without any money? Mankind will go crazy if they not got no money. Well, they want the money for the house and the car and the land. Money for a good wife and a husband. Money for your hair and your nails and your weaves. Money, 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 just to meet all your needs. Money, money. I want to say, hey, money, money. Well, money, money. So enough of them I worship the money, but them not got no time for the Almighty. I want to say, hey, the money got more sense than the human. When you look on the money, you trust in the Almighty one. But man, I put them trust in the mammon. I saw the trust in the mammon. No, a man will kill another for his money, and even your best friend can become your worst enemy. All over the money, he will stab you in your back for the money. But the money can't buy his love. No money can't buy his love. I said the money can't buy his love. The money can't buy his love. Peace and joy, happiness. No, the money can't buy his friends. No, money can't buy his love. No, money can't buy his love. I said the money can't buy his love. The money can't buy his love. Peace and joy, happiness. No, your money can't buy his friends. Sure. And all these things. Block, block, block. Big ups. Even.
Amazing! Amazing! I had to jump up here. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I loved it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I'm working on it.
I know the world is going to love you as much as we love you, Abraham. You're amazing. You're so talented. Uh, as far as your covers, your originals, they're just amazing. You're super talented. I just
Thank you so.
absolutely love you, and I know everyone else will too.
And everybody, reach out to Poppy Abraham on X at Poppy Abraham. You see it right there at the bottom scrolling. Oh my gosh, I just want to hear like a whole 3 hours worth. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
You're so gracious. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much for being here, Abraham. So I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
This is the question that we ask all of our guests. So we know that jam can mean two different things. It can mean jam as in a musical session, but we here use jam as in the spread that you put on your bread. So what is your favorite jam? Let us know.
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad you asked that question because I love both jams. You know, I like to jam out, you know, and feel the vibration with music. So we be jamming, you know, like jamming like that. But
Woo!
growing up poor, you know, you just had jam and bread, you know, whether it was strawberry jam, or my favorite lately is the blueberry jam. One of my in-laws, she makes the best here in Tennessee. I actually pick the blueberries from actually my yard and take it to her, and she'll make 3-4 jars of blueberry jam, and it's a secret recipe. It's the best.
Oh my God, you are the first guest that has picked blueberry. That's amazing.
I was just gonna say that. I had to grok it. You know what I'm doing in the background here? We've got Poppy's We Be Jammin' Blueberry Jam. It looks amazing.
Yes. Oh my God, I would buy that.
We have to go ahead and intellectual property that one.
You know, that's what I'm talking about. So the whole thing about this show, Poppy Abraham, is that this is a serious quest here. The merch store and T-shirts, Poppy's We Be Jammin' Blueberry Jam is going to be a T-shirt, and I mean, people buy it, then we have money to split. Are you cool with that?
I am so cool with that. Poppy Abraham's Blueberry Jam and the jamming with the reggae vibration. Good God Almighty, drop it on the lamp.
We be jammin', yeah man.
I wanna jam it with you. We jamming. I wanna jam it with you.
Okay, so we need Rita Marley on this right now. We need Rita and the whole family to be on board here with this whole jammin' adventure here. Like, I'm serious, because it needs to be a cafe, Jam and Bread, where the guests on our show play in our cafes that are across the world.
Brilliant. You guys are wonderful. Your minds are just genius.
I love it. Jam and bread and jam.
Dough, a dear.
People get on board. We got the jam and bread on the music train station. We all headed in the good vibration. Every day we gonna jam. I'm done.
I love you.
We have to, you know, liberate our minds. Yeah, a lot of people sometimes they get so tunnel vision that the mind is not free to create or come up with different ideas or solutions to problems. They're just complaining all the time. So that song, Emancipate Yourself from Mental Slavery, is like some people are putting themselves in captivity. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why reggae music, it just really does break you free. It's so empowering. Reggae music is so empowering. We need to start a reggae band. Jam and Bread.
Listen, I'm ready. I'm telling you, I got like 3 albums written already. And the thing about some of the songs that I have here, like at least 4 of them right off the top of my head, they have female parts for duets.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Count me in, Abraham.
Please.
I got like, and I write them every day. Songs just ooze out of me. And the 3 albums is just on the inspirational side. Like I got hardcore reggae, like ready to go.
Let's go. Well, can Rachel and I sing on them?
Absolutely. You guys are welcome. I write fresh. You can give me your experience and I'll create for it.
Okay. All right. So if I write one now, let's see.
Yeah.
All I want is unity. Love surrounding everybody. No. Don't let them hurt the little ones. I can't stand it anymore. Don't let them hurt the ones who need the help most in the world. Don't let them shoot their guns, fearful about what might come. Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel the rhythm on that, you know.
It's totally like we don't want to let you go. See how we're holding? We're with you here.
Yep, we can do that.
Rachel, I'm like not wanting to get off stage. I don't want to leave you alone with Papi Abraham. I want to be on stage with you. Okay, I'm going to let you guys be alone for the final question. Thank you so much. I'd love to hear about how you would like the next generation to consume, pursue, and be the music that they want to hear in the world to make change. I'm going to drop down and then we'll bring up our next guest who's here. We've got 2 more, guys. It's a full house today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into Jam and Bread, episode 3 with Rachel, aka Rocky, your host with the mostest from X, and me, Vessy Mink. Music Train presents Jam and Bread. We're here with Papi Abraham, an amazing, amazing reggae artist that we met on X and through X Got Talent. Shout out to everybody in the space that's listening. Shout out to all the listeners and on X, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Also, shout out to all the guests who have been on our show. Really, really excited. Also, a shout out to Mr. BK Han and Metaverse Generation, co-founder of this show with Music Train Presents Jam and Bread. Rachel, I'm just so happy. I'm going to drop out, and then we're going to bring up our next guest after we say goodbye to Papi. Maybe he's going to do one more song for us. Maybe he's going to send me a song, and I'll play it.
Hey, I'll send you that song. You can play it, listen to it, and see if you can jump on it and share it with Rachel.
Abraham. So I wanted to ask you a final question before you leave. How do you see music healing the world?
You know, as Bob Marley said himself, you know, music brings healing to the soul. Music from a soul perspective, from way back in the day, even when people were being oppressed, the one thing that uplift them was music, just singing. I even do that myself. I encourage myself with songs. It's truly music is truly a remedy, like a herb, you know, just lyrically, that soothes the soul. You know, it's like the worries, they just fall off, the pain, the suffering, the anxiety. You get a good song, it just puts you in a happy mood, you know, like I'm leaving on a jet plane, I don't know when. Well, I do know that I'll be back again. Rachel and Vessy, don't let me go. No, I'm just kidding. It brings healing.
We hope that you come back for our season finale. We have every guest that has been on our show coming back, and so we would love to see you come back.
It would be an honor. Thank you so much, guys. Rachel, Vessy, thank you so much for having me here. I'm so humbled. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
We love you. Thank you again. Thank you again.
Love
for
you
being
right
here.
back. My pleasure. Bless up to both
Bless
of you.
up. Let's go. Oh my goodness, Rachel. What an amazing show. We've had Jacob Hades in the house. We've had Papi Abraham here. And guess who's next? You're going to flip out. Oh my gosh. You're going to flip out.
I'm so excited. This show is on fire today.
This singer-songwriter hails from Nova Scotia. Can you guess who it is? The one and only David DORAN.
Yes, he does. And he's sitting there right now. And it's nice and warm here today, actually. How are you girls doing?
David, I am so excited that you are here. Listen, you play one of my favorite instruments in the world is harmonica. And you kill it every time you play it. I mean, you play the guitar, you play the harmonica. Your music is insanely amazing, and you're just so talented. I smile from ear to ear every time you're on. So I'm excited for our audience to hear you and get to know a little bit more about you.
Well, all I know is every time you sing your songs, they're straight from the heart. And you definitely changed the air in the room, like my good old friend from back in the day when I worked in Venice, California for my friend David Bearwald at his studio called Palindrome Studios. I was like, David, what makes a hit song? And he said a hit song is a song that changes the air in the room. So with that, I will leave you with Rachel to have your few questions and then hopefully a song share or two. We'd love to have that. And thank you so much for being our guest. You've been on the music train twice, I think. And, you know,
Yes.
I'm a big fan. So fangirling out here. I'm going to drop now. See you soon. Have a great interview.
Okay, David, hi.
Hi. Wow.
Okay, so I am really nervous because I absolutely love your music. Every time I see you on X, I'm like, I get all nervous. And okay, so I would love for you to tell our audience, for those of you that do not know or have not heard your amazing music, I would love for you to give like a small story. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get started with music?
Well, okay. Well, you know what? I'm 41. I'll start there. 41, I turned in May. So when I got a guitar, I was 12 years old. Now, I actually had a couple of guitars I remember when I was younger for Christmas. I don't remember, like 4 or something like that, 7 or something. But they were like toy guitars. I remember that. No one ever was around to show me how to play it. I was too young. I remember when I was 12, I was listening to a lot of music. I mean, 10, 11, 12. The Eagles and the Cat Stevens. And then I started listening to Garth Brooks and country music too. Anyway, everyone had a guitar. That's all I know. And I was like, wait a minute. My family, wait a minute. You know, it's like it hit me, you know, it just dawned on me. I was only 12, but I mean, this was a revelation for me. I was like, my family plays the guitar. Wait a minute. I'm going to get a guitar and they'll show me how to play it. And I'm going to be freaking doing these. I'm going to sing songs. That's what I want to do. So I figured out what I wanted to do. Because I admired, the music so much that I heard. And even to give you a little bit more, my grandfather played guitar when I was just a baby, and I remember clearly loving it and sitting in front of him on the floor and just looking up at this. And he had played acoustic guitar, this big, beautiful, like beige wood, beautiful piece of wood with a hole in it. And he was just strumming away and making it. So I just loved the guitar, I think.
So we'd love to know what your favorite flavor of jam is.
Yeah, it's homemade, strawberry rhubarb. You have to just, grow some strawberries and rhubarbs and make it yourself. And that's really the only jam that I like to eat.
David strawberry rhubarb jam. We got David strawberry rhubarb jam. We got. But what is rhubarb?
Rhubarb is just a big
It
giant.
kind of looks like celery.
Yeah, and it's like an orange stalk, a dark red stalk, and then a big green leaf, and it grows like a weed. It's humongous, and it'll grow in the winter. It'll grow up here. It grows up here like crazy, so it'll grow anywhere.
But I don't understand. What is rhubarb?
You just eat it.
No, I know
I'm
you.
sure if
Well,
it's a vegetable. I think it's a vegetable. No, David?
A vegetable, I guess. Yeah, it's a vegetable.
Yeah, it's a little bit sour. I've tried it before because different, people have recipes for rhubarb and stuff. But he's saying you put a little bit of strawberry in it, so it'll offset a little bit of that sour rhubarb flavor.
Yeah, tartness, and then you get the nice flavor of rhubarb without it could be a little bitter, but it's so good. You have to try it. So,
all right, more questions for you, Mr. David.
Sure, fire away.
So, David, I would love for you to play one of your either covers or originals. Would you be willing to do that for us?
Sure. I'm gonna play. Let me see if this will work. If I turn this on, it might give me a little volume.
Yes.
Look
at him. Just look at him, Rachel. So handsome.
Just look at him. Just look at him.
Okay. That's you get me looking at myself. See, I don't like really seeing myself when I'm doing this, but anyway. Okay, so I think it goes like this. Is a cover song I was gonna play for you, and particularly Rachel. Actually, Vessy, you'll You'll like this though. Well, somewhere in the black mining hills out in Dakota, there lived a young boy named Rocky Raccoon. And one day, his woman went off with another guy, hit young Rocky in the eye. Rocky didn't like that, and he said, I'm gonna get that boy. So one day he walked into town, booked himself a room in the local saloon. And Rocky Raccoon, he checked into his room, only to find Gideon's Bible. Yeah, Rocky had come, equipped with a gun, shoot off the legs of his rival. Now his rival, it seemed, had broken his dream by stealing the girl of his fancy. Her name was McGill, but she called herself Lil. Everyone knew her as Nancy. And now she and her man call himself Dan. We're in the next room at the hoedown. Rocky bust in and grinning that grin said, Daddy boy, this is a showdown. Daniel was hot and he drew fast and sharp. Rocky lodged in the corner. Of gin, proceeded to lie on the table. He said, Rocky, I met your man. Rocky said, Doc, it's only a scratch. I'll be better, Doc, as soon as I am able. Yeah. So Rocky Raccoon fell back in his room, only to find Gideon's Bible. Getting checked out, and he left it no doubt. Help but good Rocky's revival. Sorry, bro.
Amazing.
You sang a
I know,
song
thank
for
you.
me.
Yeah,
Rocky
it's been
Raccoon.
here,
That's
but
one of
holy
that's
crap.
one of my favorite songs. I love. That's from the Beatles. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
David, that was great. Loved it.
Really? Just a bit. Sorry, but it was playing perfect in my head.
It sounded great. It sounded great, man. Are you kidding? So
But
beautiful.
yeah,
David, that was
was-
amazing.
you know, that is such a cool song. And I mean, it's Rachel Rock. It's Rachel Raccoon. Or is it Rocky
Rocky Raccoon.
Raccoon? So
Rocky, there she is. Turn on your camera, Rocky.
No.
Turn on your camera.
nervous.
No.
I mean,
I
that's
just got out of the pool. No.
Wait, you're by the pool? You're by the pool right now?
I said I just got out of the pool.
Wait. During this show, you've been in the pool? Were you in the pool when Papi Abraham was playing reggae?
I was not, but when we
David,
started, I was.
she's poolside.
That makes it, yeah. That's
She should definitely turn on her camera.
that makes it easier. You know, it's just so much easier now.
Oh my gosh. Do you have any wise words for young musicians getting started?
Yeah. Don't listen to the naysayers, and don't give up. Don't give up, and practice. Work your ass off.
That's right.
And, you know, if you can't find a mentor, like, because you do need one. If you can't find one, like in real life, find one that you can, you know, that's been, you know, that you can read about or look up everything you need to know from and learn from, and hopefully they're still alive so you can see what they're up to. And mentors are very important, but hard work is important, and believing in yourself, and not giving up, right? Because if you give up, then frig.
Would you concur with that music saved your life? I feel like that way.
100%.
Music saved me.
Yeah, I'm trying to give back. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to give back, you know. Like coming here, these things with you guys is just really makes me feel good. So I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for asking me to come here, and, you know, just being good people and being friends too. Yeah.
We love you, David. You know, you guys, wherever you're tuning in from, don't forget to find David on X at _David_DORAN. He is amazing. He's an amazing singer-songwriter. I call him a music lifer. I don't know. He's probably got like thousands of songs under his belt. You know, David, I know you say you don't have thousands of songs, but for some reason, I think you do.
Well, you know, I know how to play that many probably, but I've only written maybe about 100 songs.
Incredible. And you have a record out on Spotify and iTunes and stuff? Do you have a record out?
Yeah, I've only got about 7 songs out, and 2 of them are covers. So I should really like get to work, and that's what I want to do. I want to you know, put the work in, even though I guess I don't have to. I feel like if I didn't, then I wouldn't be giving back all the stuff that I got out of music, and it seems like I got it for free. So I feel a little guilty. I have to do this stuff, you know.
Well,
but I love doing it too. I do. I actually love it. So
I'm wondering if we do we have a song together? Why can't I remember right now?
We don't have one yet, but we've been bouncing a few ideas, and we, you know, we're going to do something, but like songs, there's so many that we would probably not stop at one. So
true.
Like a small little EP or something together.
It would be like Peter, Paul, and Mary, but it would just be David and Vessy.
Maybe Joe.
No, yeah, David, Vessy, and Joe. Let's go. Everybody, thank you for tuning in to Jam and Bread. This is episode 3 of the limited series, Jam and Bread. We will be having an amazing end to this series in December sometime with as many guests as possible from our previous 6 episodes. And I think including one-on-one with Nachi, the Nachi Show takes over Jam and Bread. I don't know how that happened, but perhaps Rachel, you'll be able to tell us more about that. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. And just a shout out to all our sponsors. If you find that you want to sponsor this show, for God's sakes, get in touch with us. You can find me at Vessy Mink on X. You know, I always say that these musicians are the ones that are actually the true sponsors. I always want to make you guys logos with BK Han, make you guys promotions, talk about you, get you, you know, just more eyes on your music, more supporters for your amazing musical journeys. We're just so glad that you're here, David. Shout out to everybody who's been in the space today. Jacob, David, Abraham. We've got one more in the green room here. Another surprise for y'all. Shout out to everybody on X. And I am going to step off now before I bring on our next guest. David, I love you. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And Rachel.
Yay! David, thank you so much for being here. I absolutely love your music. You're an amazing human as well. So I would be honored if you would tell me, how do you see, first of all, I'd be honored to be on anything that you create. So count me in, David.
Right?
But no, I'd like to know, how do you see music healing all this chaos that's going on in the world?
Yeah. A lot of different ways. You know, that's such a complex question. I don't really know the answer. Definitely don't. But like off the top of my head, don't listen to demonic music. That's not going to help you. And, you know, maybe I'm not saying go straight to church and start preaching the gospel. But, you know, when people are singing about, come on, whatever. I don't write songs like that. I don't know. Rock and roll generally isn't like that. A lot of good. So, yeah, choose your music wisely, I think. Listen to stuff that can, you know, give you some kind of good motivation, you know?
Absolutely. You put good out there. Sing about the light, sing about the Lord, sing about, just beautiful things.
Friends, people, yeah, like you know, I like to sing about recently, but and I've been really happy about that. Finally, it doesn't. Actually, I feel a little bit. I don't even know how to explain how I feel about it. Singing about the Lord and singing about Jesus, but I'm trying to write rock and roll songs, and I'm just putting him right there alongside me, and it feels great, you know.
I love it. David, would you do one more song for us, please?
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah,
Yay! Thank you.
I'm gonna try. Well, I pulled my car over to the side of the highway. Guess I wasn't sure I was going the right way. Then a car pulled up behind me. There was Jesus in the front seat. He said, son, I'm going this way too. If you want, you can come with me. I noticed the Holy Ghost was driving as I climbed up in the backseat. Left the car by the highway sign. To this day, doesn't bother me. Yeah, we rode away in a white Chevrolet with tan skin leather seats. Two of them so smiling. I know it sounds hard to believe, but the Holy Ghost, he's the best damn driver that I have ever seen. Jesus Christ, he's a little bit taller than I thought he would be. Yeah, God was riding shotgun, had my soul in his hand. Holy Ghost was the host with the most, said we're heading to the promised land. I asked him if my time was done, could I finally understand? Jesus just smiled and said, boy, I got a plan. Well, we rolled all the windows down, held our hands up high. I swear I never felt alone the first time. And Jesus, he leaned over and said, oh, let me show you this. You've been here for way too long. This is Highway 66. It's just in time I came up behind you. I'll get you out of bed. Trust me, son, you never read the sign. But I did. The Holy Ghost started crying. He was just too happy for head to get. We kept on riding off into the sunset. And a lonely old hitchhiker, I saw Jesus start to grin. He said, son, we pull over. I'd like you to let him in. Yeah, God was riding shotgun and my soul right in his hand. The Holy Ghost was the hope with the most that were heading to the promised land. When I asked him if my time was done, could I finally understand? Jesus, he just smiled and said, boys, I got a plan.
David. Oh, I love the harmonica so much. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously, I am so honored. We're both honored that you came on, and so appreciative. Thank you.
What a song. Oh,
Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's one of them, Vessy, and I haven't recorded. Here's the thing. Let me just say, as I've realized, like, I'm not recording these songs. I swear there's a reason, because some of these songs have been with me for 20 years. Some of them have been with me just for a few months. Like, I'm figuring other things out that, like, if I had have released it without, I don't know. It's weird. Timing is gone. And anyway, I can hear other people's voices in there now, and I know that these people would be willing to be there. So these songs they don't even really belong to me anyway. So they don't. I'm just blessed to be able to be the one who gets to tell people about them. But I mean, they come from, things come from either the good guy or the bad guy. So I know most of my stuff comes from God. Not everything, because I'm definitely far from perfect. We got to be careful there. Anyway, I'm rambling.
I think everything is God, and that it's our perception.
Well, no, there's if there's God, there's the devil, and you're gonna get some stuff from him, lots of it, and
Yeah,
I don't want that, Like, we know that there's evil in the world, Vessy. So
I think that whatever evil exists is man-made. I don't think that there's an entity I think everything is God, and that the more, if we knew how powerful a negative thought was, we'd never have another. I'm not saying that energy doesn't carry weight, in the endeavors that we pursue to achieve for whatever reason, why we might. But I hear you, though. I hear you on that.
No, I know. And this is Beth. I mean, there's such a debate on that one. We would have to have a different show, but with you as well. I mean, and I know that you're kind of tuned into, you're a wise girl. You really are. So, and I respect you know, any opinion you have. I really
Thank
do.
you. You too. You two don't leave because Rachel's going to sing and close the show. We have one more guest up here. Don't leave, David. Don't you dare leave.
I won't leave. No, I'm good to go. But just, I want to say thank you. I mean, really, girls, this was, you know, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. I never get to play that. I haven't recorded it. I liked it. I like that song. So thank you.
It's amazing, that song. Jesus is right there driving with you. I feel like I've been seeing Jesus walking down the street. I just opened up a book that I have called How to Talk to God that I got from a Christ consciousness group with Paramahansa Yogananda. When I lived in Los Angeles, there were these little storefronts that had his books and stuff. Anyway, there's one book, tiny little book that's called How to Talk to God. And I opened it up the other day and it said, you know, Jesus or God or, you know, the divinity will show up for you in actual, you will see him.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I know, listen, as crazy as this might sound to all of you, but I mean, I believe this with just as much as if you believe I just played that song. If you think I really did that, then I know Jesus is a real walking, talking 6'1" tall human being. And he will show up because he can just, because he's like, this guy's extra special.
He's got it.
He can do it. So yeah,
did you get it? He's got it.
Oh, I just did that.
All right, Rachel, I know we don't want to say goodbye to David. It's so hard to say goodbye to any of these amazing people here today with us. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us.
Waiting. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, the epitome of like music.
Such a star.
Yes.
Such a star. He, you know, I hope I get to see him in person. I hope I get to share the stage with him in real life and jam. That would be amazing. Hey, jam. I just said the word jam.
Jam and bread and jam.
Do you know that we have a clothing line? I started a clothing line. Anybody that's interested in our clothing line featuring some of these amazing guests, their beautiful little faces on sweatshirts, you can support the artist by getting the gear, getting the merch. There'll be a link in YouTube. You will see it right in the comment section. It might be pinned. And of course, all the jelly brands that we're aiming to start and an actual real life cafe called Jam and Bread. Rachel, we're going to go into business together.
Yes, we are. I never imagined that it started out as being a fangirl. My favorite singer on X still stands true is Vessy Mink.
Oh my gosh.
It's the honest truth.
Are you going to hug me like you did way down in Nashville? Okay, so maybe Jam and Bread needs to be in Nashville. You have been supporting me since the moment I met you. Thank you, Rachel, for the love and support. I love you too, and I love your beautiful voice. I want you to close out the show like we always do with our Jam and Breaders here. Everybody, we're going to also be putting out a pajama that's going to have Jam and Bread. Literally.
Pajama?
Yeah, Jam and Bread, little pieces, little jars of jam and bread.
I'll only agree to that if we can have the slippers that go along with it too.
Yes, we're going to all cotton pajamas with slippers with little pieces of like baguette and little jam containers, little like,
oh, that's so
yeah,
cute.
all over it. I'm gonna do it and send it to you for the okay. I kind of ran with it. The merch store has a bunch of Jam and Bread things, sweatshirts with episode 1, Gen X, Repugnant, and 1G, their beautiful faces, and yours too, and mine on there. So also Gen X's jalapeno jam. I made a tank top. You'll have to check it out, guys. Check out the link below and support our artists so we can just keep supporting and growing the excitement. All right. What's that? Rachel, do you hear the doorbell?
Who's that?
Oh my gosh, someone else has come through. Who could it be?
It's Mojo! AKA Prince Charming.
Mojo's in the building.
Hey, just based on the pajama line, I just couldn't help to say, we pajama in.
We pajama in.
We pajama in.
We
I love
pajama
that.
in. I love it.
We
pajama
in.
We pajama in. That's
Come
really
on.
good.
We pajama.
I don't know if you caught Papi Abraham here
I was grooving with him every second, every beat. So awesome. I went to Jamaica on my very first mission trip, and so every time I hear any reggae music, I'm immediately transported right back to Jamaica.
Oh my gosh, I want to like consume your interview up. Rachel, I'm going to have to hand the baton to you because I will take over again. Mojo, I just want to welcome you to Gem and Bread. I'm so glad that you're here. I think you're amazing. I know Rachel does too, and we're just excited that you made some time in your very busy schedule for us because I know you're very busy. And again, thank you to all the supporters. Mojo, the one and only. Welcome to Gem and Bread, Rachel and Mojo. The mics are yours.
Oh my
Thank you.
gosh, Mojo. I am so excited. From the moment I heard you the first time, I was like, okay, this guy is like, I don't know. He should be doing voiceovers. It's just, I love your voice. It's so sweet. You play a bazillion instruments. I would love for you to tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started with music and exactly how many instruments do you play, because it's an eternity.
So thank you, Rachel. I'll take the question in reverse order. How many instruments do I play? The honest to God truth is I have no idea, because in addition to piano, trumpet, guitar, and singing, which are kind of the main four, I play pretty much any percussion instrument that you hand to me, from marimba to all the shakers and drums. Drum set, not so much. I wouldn't claim myself to be a drummer, but definitely a percussionist. And I've played with the tin whistle, saxophone, French horn, Coleman wax paper spoons. I mean, if it can make noise, I can turn it into an instrument. So I really don't know. I don't know how many instruments I play.
How about the cowbell?
Absolutely. Cowbell's a percussion instrument, and it's one of my favorites.
Triangle.
Yes, of course.
Jeez.
Yep.
Okay.
If I can beat on it with a stick, I can play it.
What's the name of that little island drum? What's it called?
The island drum, well, that's a tin. Usually a tin drum is what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
that one
play
I
that?
won't play. So I'm gonna have to take that off my list. I do play marimba, which gives a very good island vibe to it, though.
I love it. Okay. So, would you be willing to play one of your either covers or originals for us today?
Yeah, of course. Did you want a little of my musical background or no?
Oh, yes. I am so sorry, Mojo. Go ahead.
That's all right. That was my fault because I answered your last
No,
question.
we'll edit that and start all over.
No worries.
Ignore me.
I will not ignore you. I say no, as you taught me on X Spaces. No.
No.
Yeah. So I grew up in Montana. And actually spent much of my grade school years in a trailer house. And that actually is part of the story. I throw that in there on purpose because my mother, who was very musical, she had perfect pitch, beautiful singer. She wanted all of us kids, there's three of us, to play an instrument. And she had been told and believed because of her mother that piano was the best place to start, because not only do you learn to read music, but you use both hands and it's good for your brain and all the good stuff, right? So for my mom, it was fourth grade. You're taking piano whether you like it or not. So I'm all boy. I'm outside playing all the time, like any sport, any ball. I'm playing, and then mom says, "You're going to take piano lessons." I was like, "What? No, that means I have to be inside, right?" So fourth grade and fifth grade, I would walk from my little Catholic school about a half block down to the piano teacher's house and take piano lessons for 2 years. And I fought my mom on piano lessons the whole time. I didn't like it. I didn't want it. But that's what I told her because I wanted to be outside. But secretly, I was enjoying it. And it turns out I had a knack for it. I was kind of wired for it. So I learned to read music. I learned to read notes and read sheet music. But also, and I'm so grateful for this now, Mrs. O'Day, my piano teacher, taught me how to read chord charts. So I didn't have to have the notes on the page. I could structure a chord around a chord chart like a guitar player, which is pretty much how I play to this day, now 50 years later, right? So it's just remarkable. In fact, just a little side note, I asked my mom just this week, I said, "Do you know if Mrs. O'Day is still alive? Because I'd love to thank her for setting me up for a lifetime of musical experience." And so my mom's trying to track her down, see if she's still around. She thinks she might be in an assisted living home. She'd be definitely in her 80s, perhaps 90s now. So, but I had piano for 2 years, fought my mom the whole time. And so between 5th and 6th grade, we changed schools, and the new school had a band program. So I begged my mom. I said, can I play an instrument just different than piano? Because the piano's, stuck inside, blah, blah, blah. So my mom said, well, you have too much music in you to not play anything. So if yes, you could pick another instrument. And immediately I said, drums. I want to be a drummer, Mom. And my mom says, nope, not drums. I'm like, what? You said I could pick anything. And she said, yeah, but we live in a trailer house. This is where it comes into the story. We live in a trailer house. And if you're playing drums, we're all playing drums, right? Well, we can't escape it. And she said, and it has no melody. So I never know what song you're playing. I want to enjoy the music. So I was 11, and my brain seriously had this in my head, Rachel. What's the next loudest instrument I could think of? Trumpet. Trumpet's loud. That's why I picked trumpet, because it's loud. And I picked up trumpet in the beginning of 6th grade. And that turned out, that decision, which is totally based on just wanting to be loud and obnoxious, turned out to be the single, perhaps most pivotal decision of my life other than my faith. And here's why, because I fell in love with trumpet. I didn't never get a private lesson, but I didn't need it because I would play until my lips would bleed. I played and I played and I played. By the end of my first year, I was playing the Star Spangled Banner, which on trumpet is no small feat, and ended up playing 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, all the way through all the different kinds of bands. Through high school, I was the lead trumpet player my senior year, and then on into college, played all the way through college, all different kinds of bands, tried different instruments, learned some, and some I learned I didn't want to play. and then after college, just a few months after I was out of college, I was doing an internship, and a gospel group came through and played a concert. And I went up immediately afterwards, and I said to the trumpet player, that was phenomenal. I really loved your tone, just loved what you're doing. And he said, you must be a trumpet player. I said, yeah. He says, how long have you been playing? I said, since I was 11. He said, are you still playing now? I said, I wish. I graduated from college. I have no place to play. And he said, we need another trumpet player. Do you want to audition? And I was like, you mean right here, right now? He's like, do you have your trumpet? I said, I'll get it. So I run into the office, grab my trumpet, I come back, I audition, and he says on the spot, if you want to join us, you're hired. And by the way, we're leaving for India in 10 days. I was like, wait, what? What was it say again? He says, yeah, so come meet us in California where our base is. We're going to tour across the states and then fly to India for a 7-week tour of India. And I had no money. I was an intern, right? I was living in the downstairs apartment of the pastor's house. And the pastor said, no problem. And it was a pretty big church. So he just said to the choir and then to the congregation, we're going to send Joe on tour. Everybody take an offering. And they gathered the money necessary to send me on tour. And Rachel, I think you've heard some of this story, but I toured 30 countries, all 50 states. I played for Mother Teresa in 1990 in Calcutta at her home convent. And then a few months later, I played for Pope John Paul II at the Vatican in Rome. And all I can think of is I'm a little Billings, Montana kid that grew up in a trailer house. How does this happen, right? How did this happen? And it's because of the trumpet. Trumpet became my passport to the world. My passion for music came out through my horn and opened up doors that I didn't even know were there. And as a result, I've had just a lifetime of gratitude and a love affair with music. And as I tell people now, I don't feel so much like I play music as it plays me. And I think of the Chariots of Fire movie and Eric Liddell, the runner. He says, when I run, I feel God's joy, right? And I say to myself, that's what I feel like when I'm playing music. When I play or when I sing, I feel God's joy, and there's no other feeling that I prefer. So, as you have heard me many times in spaces, I just play for fun. I'm not proficient. Trumpet, I'm pretty good at. I'm not world class at anything, but I am fun, super high fun class at a lot of things.
You are the perfect example of if it's meant to be, it will be.
Exactly right. Yes.
Destiny. Oh my goodness. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
100%.
What a story, Mojo. Wow.
Yeah, it's a divine story. That thread is nothing I could have concocted or even imagined, right? So I'm just every day I wake up so grateful. I sit down at the piano or play the guitar, the marimba or whatever, and I just get this big grin on my face from ear to ear, like, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And as David said, it's not as much like the music's coming from me as it's coming through me, and I just get to capture it in those moments and put it on a, capture it in an instrument or with my voice, and sometimes two at a time or whatever.
Mojo, we have a question that we ask all the guests that come on the show.
Yeah.
Jam can be a jam session, but it's also jam that you eat with bread. What is your favorite jam?
Hands down, by far, by miles, is huckleberry. Huckleberry jam is my jam, 100%. I'll take it over anything, any day. And here's why. Huckleberries only grow in northwestern Montana, my home state, and a little bit of Canada. So when we grew up, we'd spend a week at the summer up at Flathead Lake in northwest Montana, and inevitably we'd go huckleberry picking, wild huckleberries, and we'd get milk cartons full of huckleberries and make pancakes and jam and jelly and ice cream toppings, etc. And huckleberry is like the flavor of my childhood. So huckleberry for sure.
Ooh, I love that. Okay, that I've never tried, so I definitely have to try that
it's the
one.
best.
I hope that you're going to play a song for us today.
Oh yeah, I don't know which song to play because I've got 100, but I do have the marimba right here, along with tambourine, guitar, piano, and I sing. So Rachel, you've heard most of my music. Do you have a request?
Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name.
Give me a hint.
It's the one that the little beat. It has like a little beat.
Okay, I think I know what you want. Here we go.
Okay, go.
So this is going to be a little rough because I have to go from instrument to instrument in the middle of the song, but hang with me, folks. Pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Whoops, lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a friend. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me, sister, when you need a friend. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. So if there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, oh, I'm right up the road and I'll bear your load. If you just call me. If you need a friend, call me. If you ever need a friend, call me. If you need a friend, call me. Call me.
Incredible.
Woohoo!
Incredible. That was perfect. It cut out just a little bit, but we heard it. Mojo, it's amazing. You're such a vibe. I love your story. I love your voice. I love how you remind me of Snoopy. Your PFP on X. You guys find Mojo on X, the outstanding Mojo at Mojo McCarthy on X platform. And Mojo, do you have music released?
I do. So a couple of years ago, I wrote a song based on two of my favorite prayers. So it's called Two Prayers. And I just put it on my YouTube channel. It was very raw, but I just was experimenting. So I did vocals, guitar, and trumpet, and then I added the drum track, and it's not mastered or mixed or anything. I just put it up for fun. And about a month ago, IMUTV.tv heard me in an X space, reached out to me. Niall reached out to me and asked if he could use my song, if he could feature my song. And I said, yeah, of course.
Let's go.
I wrote
Right.
music. I wrote music to be heard, right? Not to be kept to myself. So he takes that very raw version of my song, puts it on IMUTV about a month ago. And I just heard from Rob Nichols, his partner, that it's the #1 most requested song in IMUTV in 20 countries.
Let's
right?
go.
And I'm like, wait, what? I can hardly believe it, but I couldn't be happier. It just makes me giddy inside.
That's so exciting. David was mentioning IMUTV. There's some Music Train episodes up there as well. Eva Burr is also on there, and also a bunch of other amazing singer-songwriters and visual artists who are putting their digital content to their music. It's exciting. You're on YouTube as well. And what is your YouTube handle? Is it Mojo McCarthy, just like on X here, or?
Well, what I tell everybody, the easiest way to go is just go to mojoe.studio. So MOJOE.studio, and that will take you to all things Mojo. And I got all different channels. I got a Printify store, a blog, got a podcast, all different kinds of stuff. But you can do it. There's a link to each one. It's like a link tree. There's a link to each one of my outlets of creativity from mojo.studio.
Sweet. Poppy Abraham's in the background here saying, lean on me with a Mojo touch.
That's
High
right.
five.
Mojo 5.
Yeah, he's got it. So we have to unfortunately close the show. Do you have one more for us? And then Rachel's gonna close us out.
Yeah.
If you have one for us, that's great. We're gonna spotlight you again. Then Rachel, we're gonna say goodbye to Mojo for today and everybody, and close out with your beautiful voice.
So this song is standard, most people would know, but the reason why it's so special to me is that when I heard the voice that sings this song, it was mesmerizing. And the guy, turns out he plays trumpet, he sings, and he's like quintessential icon in American music. So this is kind of one of my role models growing up and learning what music is really about. I see trees of green, red roses too. Nice to see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies blue, clouds are white. Bright blessed day, and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oops. Let's do that again. And I think to myself, what a wonderful
Mojo, that was beautiful. Oh my goodness. What a Wonderful World, written by Bob Thiele under the pseudonym George Douglas and George David Weiss. It was most famously performed by Louis Armstrong in 1967. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful rendition. I'd like to shout out Quincy Jones, who we just lost earlier this week. Shout out to Quincy Jones. That song is for you. For those, if you don't know, Quincy Jones was an iconic figure in music and entertainment, known for his vast contributions across various genres and media. He was born March 14th, 1933 in Chicago and died on November 3rd, 2024 in Los Angeles. He was a musician, record producer, composer, arranger, conductor, film and television producer, and more. His notable collaborations include legendary artists like Michael Jackson, Frank Sinatra, and Ray Charles. His production of Michael Jackson's Thriller made it the best-selling album of all time. He received 28 Grammy Awards with 80 nominations. That's just incredible. His cultural impact.
Also the force behind Whitney Houston.
Indeed, and her voice is unparalleled. Whitney Houston, another legend, lost too soon. Jones was pivotal in promoting African American music and culture, co-founding the Institute for Black American Music, IBAM. He was involved in significant charity efforts, notably producing We Are the World in 1985 to aid famine relief in Ethiopia. His legacy is his influence spanning jazz, pop, film scores, and TV themes and beyond. He's credited with shaping modern music production techniques and for his role in integrating various musical styles. I want to thank everybody for being on the show. This has been Jam and Bread episode 3 with Rachel, aka Rocky, Raccoon, and me, Vessy Mink. We had Jacob Hades, PAPI Abraham, David DORAN, and MOJOE McCarthy on the show today. What an incredible show it's been. Thank you to all the supporters. Big shout out to Music Train co-founder, Mr. BK Han and Metaverse Generation in Singapore and all over the world. Shout out to the sponsors. If anybody listening wants to be on the show, let us know. Music Train will be the next round in season 7. I just want to thank everybody again and thank, of course, the host, Rachel, for being here. We love you so much. And she's going to close the show.
Thank you, Vessy. Love you. Thank you, MOJOE, and all the artists that came on today. I'm so excited for our audience to hear it. And this is Let It Be by the Beatles. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Love you guys.
So beautiful. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Oh, love you, girl.
That's a cut. Episode 3. We'll see you guys next week for episode 4.
Yes.
Who's going to be on episode 4? I wonder.
Jam and bread, bread and jam.
Jam and bread, bread and jam. Doe, a deer, a female deer.
Ray, a drop of golden sun.
Me, a name I call myself.
I forgot the next one.
So, a needle pulling thread.
Tea we drink with jam
Jam
and bread.
and bread. See you guys next week. Thank you so much. We love you.
Bye, guys.
Here we are, together as one. The legacy of love goes on. Here we
a sea of dreams in our hands. Together we can do anything. Hello, this is Vessy Mink, your friendly neighborhood songwriter. Today I want to speak to you about musicfortheworld.org, a non-for-profit that belongs to my friend Kathy Bunker, who has for many, many years been giving to the needy and poor. There are 650 church members needing food that live on $1 a day in Freetown, Sierra Leone, West Africa. Many of these are babies. We need to rent a farm plot for $500 a year and plant some potatoes, cassava, and corn. They survive off the land. Our farming plots are 12 hours away by car from where they live, since the land around them is not good for farming. 3 men from the church live at the farm year-round and do this sacrificial work for the church family, so everyone can have food and not starve like they were before Music for the World started working with them. We have already bought 3 plots and are needing to rent 1 more now. We are harvesting a rice crop now too as well. The pastor goes and works with the chief in that village and oversees this expanding project and brings the harvested crops back to the church family for distribution. The chief really respects what we are doing there too. Before Music for the World started this, even the pastor had to go looking for food daily. He and his wife take care of about 10 orphans that he has rescued from the streets there, and a single mom and her son, and his sister who has some physical challenges too, all live together with them. Please give if you can today so we can help these people eat. They'll farm their own land, they'll harvest it, and they'll share it. And the more we give, the more they will be able to give to others. Thank you so much for your donations. They are tax deductible.